A couple of weeks ago, I went to the south of France, to the Côte d'Azur. You may have seen my 50 Years of Exile on Main Street video, where I visited Nalcott, the infamous house where the Rolling Stones recorded that album. And I also went to Saint-Tropez. Here you can see me walking to one of my biggest idols' houses, to La Madrague, the house where Brigitte Bardot lives since 60 years, more than 60 years. You know, she fell in love with the place, Saint-Tropez, when it was still a very rural, peaceful, quiet fishing village. There wasn't yet much, no mass tourism at all. And, you know, she always liked her peace and quiet and a very naturalistic rural life. So it's a bit ironic that, you know, Saint-Tropez turned into this jet-set mass tourism spot because of her, because she moving to that place. But, you know, when you leave, you have to leave the center of Saint-Tropez and walk for, you know, almost 2 hours. Those, as you can see, very countryside kind of ways and across beautiful beaches. So it's still remote, and it's not in the area of Saint-Tropez where lots of loud things are happening. It's still, you know, a very peaceful, nice place. You know, it really breathes her spirit, I would say. And yeah, here you can see the way to La Madrague, and here at the background you can see it already. And you know, I walked to it, and yeah, the walk alone was a very magical thing. You know, I was on my own. I took that holiday alone, and it was really nice to have like a meditation. So that's her house. That's her front door. Now we've arrived at La Madrague. That's the front door of La Madrague. One of her most iconic songs is also called La Madrague. It's a song that songwriters she was friends with wrote for and about her in being in that place. Great song, you should check it out. You should also check out the movie that made her world famous, And God Created Woman, which also takes place in Saint-Tropez. We've already seen in that video some places that where scenes of that movie took place, you know, the beginning of the video. And that movie was in twofold ways important to her or for her, because it made her famous, as I said, but also she discovered Saint-Tropez through that filming, and you know, bought that house. Like I said, almost more than 60 years ago, she bought that house. The movie came out in '57, I think. And yeah, I'm a big Brigitte Bardot fan. You can also watch my other video on her I did a couple of months ago, where I'm talking about why I'm such a big fan of hers. And as I said, you know, the whole walk to her estate and the house itself, you know, I didn't went in, but you know, from the outside, it's like her, like you imagine her, like a thing she would enjoy, you know, all that nature, and it's very humble. It's not that jet set thing, you know. Like I said, it's a bit of an irony. The neighbors, you know, if the neighbor estates to that La Madrague, big millionaires, billionaires' houses, and because she made the place so famous that all those billionaires wanted to move there. Here you can see it on the left side, a big mansion. But her place is the place on the right side, which is very humble, very, you know, natural, idyllic, and she lives there with her husband and all those animals, you know, sheep and goats and cats and dogs and whatever. So it's, you know, it's a really nice, remote, peaceful place, and yeah, great that I visited it. Unlike with my Paul McCartney meeting, when I went to his house in London, I didn't meet her. I met him when I went to his house. But she, you know, she was probably like 30 or 40 meters separated from me when I made that video, because she usually doesn't leave her house very often. Maybe she sat in the garden. But she didn't get out of the house and say hello to me. But still, it was great, you know, great day in Saint-Tropez. Great that I visited it. And yeah, La Madrague, the iconic place where Brigitte Bardot lives since more than 6 decades now. Thank you very much for watching.